Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits, episode 48. My name is Meg and I will be your host. You're joining me in a warming up Rockville, Maryland. It was nice this morning, some 60 some degrees, and I was able to wear a hoodie driving Pat to work, or to the metro anyway, so that was nice. And now I am enjoying some pumpkin spice latte coffee because finally they have brought back the instant packets from Starbucks, and I just pour it in a cup and enjoy it for hours. It's amazing. So I'm soaking some yarn right now. I'm going to get all the orders out. I have about 15, which is nice. Not a lot, but plenty to do on a Friday, especially since I have some crafting to do, and I spent an extra amount of time learning my song this week for the ukulele. So there will be uke time at the end, and it will be special. I am going to be singing in French, and I should let you know right now, I did not take French in high school. I took Spanish. So, but I'm kind of proud of what I have been able to learn in the past few hours, and I hope you enjoy listening to it too. There's a backstory, but I'll give you all that at the end. So, moving right along, there are a few cows going on. You can check in at any of them in my Ravelry thread, which is linked right down below. If you want to friend me on there, I'm super friendly. I also do get to my messages on there pretty frequently. So if you need to message me, that's an all right place to do it. I'm pretty good with Instagram too. Once in a while things have gotten buried, but normally I'm pretty good with that as well. So right now, going on until the end of October, so Halloween, is going to be the vintage sweater along, and I still haven't touched my sweater. There might be a very, blue elephant in the room as to why I have not touched my sweater, so you may be noticing that, but I think now I shall have some brain power to devote, which I've been hoping to for a while. So anyway, welcome to the crazy. If you are new, it's pretty much always like this. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. It's always so wonderful to have you. Don't know what I would do without you guys. I have gotten in touch with the winners out of the Ravelry pages. I simply just messaged them. So when they get back to me, then that will be awesome, and I'll be able to send them out some prizes for just, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for showing up, because I love people that show up. I'm someone who shows up. That's why people invite me to things, because I show up. This coffee is so good, I just keep drinking it. Normally I would have put it down by now, but oh, so good. I might just have a moment sitting in the lovely chair. This is my squishy loft chair. It's so comfy, and it rotates 360, so I can look at any part of the room I want, but that's my favorite part right there. Also, I'm having a stare off with a black, I think we call them stink bugs. I'm not sure if everybody does, but it's like a black round beetle type bug. Clearly it can fly because it's almost on the ceiling, and it's just there across the room, so like 20-foot high ceiling in between me and him, so not like I can go get him. And I've tried smacking the wall to knock him down, doesn't want to come down. So now my question is, do they eat yarn? Because I might throw a hissy fit if he's been living anywhere near my yarn. Anyway, moving right along, so I hope you're participating in any of the cows that are going on. There's lots of cows that are going on around now. There's autumn alongs and fall cows, pumpkin cows. I think Gabby and Joanna are redoing their pumpkin queen cow thing. I love it so much. So yeah, lots and lots. I have a few things to share this week. Okay, I'm just gonna get into it. Let's move right into FOs. I have, actually, look at how long I did the sleeves. Are you guys proud of me? This is like the longest stretch for me, is when I like hit the elbow and have to go all the way around. It's like the longest 3 inches of my life, but I did it. Clearly I knit this jumper with ease. Jumper, listen to me. I've been listening to too many of my English podcast friends. Okay, I did the large and I kind of cast on for no, did I do the medium? No, I did the large and I cast on like 40 stitches under the arms. So almost the extra large size. There's ribbing on the bottom. This color is Malabrigo in the sock, Malabrigo sock, and the color is, no, I changed it. Okay, so this sweater was originally going to be Malabrigo in the Persia colorway, and I can't seem to get it out of my head. This is now the Madeline Tosh sock in the chicory colorway. These are super similar. I originally had purchased 4 skeins of Persia from my local yarn store during a knit night because I just kind of fell in love with the color across the room, and I was like, that would make a really pretty sweater, and I still think it would. But then I went and I got online and I was shopping on webs, and you saw me. I showed you the 3 different quantities, which I've knit one of them into a sweater. Be proud of me. So I have actually officially used up 2 skeins of that, and I only needed a little bit of the 3rd skein to finish this. So I could actually get away with 3 skeins instead of 4 for the pavement sweater by Vera Valimaki, which is this pattern. It's a perfect daily sweater. I love that it's not like totally right up against my neck. I did notice that like it just kind of like starts to not sag, run away. The neckline sort of kind of like goes this way as gravity, and you're putting it on, you're pulling it on. So what I did on my last one was I took a piece of the yarn and I threaded it through the neck hole and I knotted it and then trimmed the ends. And so it can't, like, it physically cannot go any further than that circumference. Do you know what I mean? So I did that on this one, but then I noticed I was getting it was really tight right here, and I was like, oh, like I don't love that. I think I did this neckline on US 2, and the other neckline I might have done on a 6. So that could be the change. So for this one, I had it all strung up, and then I didn't really like how it went. So I went through to the middle and I cut where the hole, the string was. Cut the string. I'm gonna try to pull out the ends. I didn't weave them in yet. Okay, there it is. So this is the part of the string that I trimmed, and I've simply crochet hooked and knotted it in place right here by my collarbones, and then I just tucked the strings back in. So now this has a little bit of give. I mean, no more than your regular cast on edge. This cast on is perfect. I just did they call for a long tail cast on, and I did a knit one, slide it on, knit one, slide it on, knit one, slide it on for my cast on. So the sleeves still kind of go this way, so like your strap normally would be here. I'm wearing a strapless bandeau for this jumper now because I don't really love when my straps show. So especially for school, I think that's kind of weird. But yeah, so I mean, like, this is a fine amount of skim for me, and it's actually what I appreciate more is if I bend over, it doesn't flop open, because 8th grade boys. So I like things that are covering, modest for work. So yes, this is my second Vera Valimaki pattern, and I feel like I'm doing the YMCA here. Da, 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 da. I love it. I love it so much. It's got a great amount of ease. I blocked it. How proud of you are of me. Like, I have done so many things recently that scare me. Properly blocking a sweater scared me because the first time I blocked something, it stretched like 6 more inches and it didn't fit anymore. And I was so mad. And I swore I would never block anything ever again. Ever again. Well, then I started knitting things slightly smaller, like shorter at least, and then letting the blocking do what it was meant to do, which is stretch it out, even the stitches, blah, blah, all that. So, I am no longer scared of blocking. Yay. I am still scared of button bands, but I'm working on that one. So yeah, no, I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. It's a bit of a bigger FO than last week, but Erwin the acorn is still hanging here, and he doesn't quite have a buddy yet, but I'll show you what I've been working on. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of, you know, give the full effect for this. I just adore it. I adore it so much. Okay, I'm kneeling. I'm kneeling now. And it fits like this. It fits like this. Ta-da! I alternated skeins I didn't alternate skeins, and then I did for like 6 rows, and then I went through and I didn't again, and then at the bottom it started, there it is, it's pooling just a little bit. If I could have been bothered to alternate skeins, you know, it wouldn't have, but I didn't because I refuse to learn from lessons. I know I should have, but I didn't, so oh well. Oh, woe is me, it's fine. And as I block it and wash it over the years, because I consider this sweater for the years. Like, I feel like even if and when I get pregnant, I could still wear this sweater for a few months, maybe not all of the months, because I don't want it to get that stretched out if I end up with a belly. I don't know, some people end up with like small planets, and then other people you can't really tell until they turn around. I don't know what I'll be. So I feel like even for the first bit of it, I could wear this sweater. So I feel like this is a for the years sweater. I'm super thrilled with it. I absolutely love what I've done, and you know, I will be knitting this again. I think I need one more, and it's gonna be in gray. Yeah, one more in gray. It's gonna be fantastic. So, all right, my next project is kind of a different bit for me. As you know, I knit mostly, but I have gotten really into the Lally Lala designs, and I probably spent like $40 in patterns at this point, because I bought so many different types. So right now I have Lupo the Lamb, Dirk the Dragon, and then I have 4 seasons of winter, Halloween, and fall. Yeah, winter, Halloween, and fall. And I'm gonna pause there for now and then continue on. There's this one, it's like a berry patch doll that it's almost the same as Lupo, but you do it in a different color, and I just think it's the sweetest thing in the world. So anyway, this is Knit Picks Hawthorne Fingering in the Mount Tabor colorway. It looks like this. It's got blues and light greens, and it's really pretty. And I bought this because I wanted to make Dirk the Dragon. And originally I was going to use Hawthorne in the conifer colorway. I was absolutely in love with it, but then it was sold out, and I wasn't going to be able to get it for a while, and it just wasn't like worth the wait for me. I wanted something now. So I went over the other greens, and I was like, you know what, this looks really good. I had started him in my own Sea Dragon, which is actually why I made the color. It was for Dirk the Dragon, the Sea Dragon colorway, and I still think it would be awesome, but the yarn that I had dyed that on was a very soft merino, and for the crocheting I felt like I wasn't getting my stitches tight enough, and this is a 80/20 with Highland wool, so it's definitely a bit like rustic, more rustic. I don't like knitting with it, but crocheting I don't mind. So that's how I'm using up my Hawthorne right now. I have dyed a skein of tea, and this is going to be for the head and the ears and the hands, and this is the merino again, but I'm kind of gonna suck it up for a little bit and just you know, okay, so I have started Dirk, and the first time you saw him, he was just a foot, but I reneged that foot. That foot is gone. No more foot. And I recast on Monday. Oh golly, when did I finish? I finished the sweater and then I allowed myself to cast on for Dirk the Dragon. So I'll hold him up over here or over here. So can you see him better on the white background? Probably. So he's striping a little bit with the amount of stitches that I ended up with over here. And I kind of pooled a little in the belly. None of that I mind. So I am knitting Dirk the Dragon, and I got 2 legs joined and did the body in 1, 2. All right, so night 1, I think I got a foot done, or maybe 2 feet. I think I got 2 feet in one day. I think I got 2 feet done, and then I connected and I did the bottom half, and I ended up maybe like there. And then last night we were watching TV, and I was like 11 o'clock, which is late for us, and I was like, I need to go to bed, I need to go to bed, but I was so close to being done the body, I just couldn't resist not doing it. Some of my stitches on the back I feel like aren't, now this is for me, so it's not for a kid. I mean, it might be for my future kid, but at that point I will handle the stuffing. I kind of want to make the exact same pattern, but I want to go up in my crochet stitches, or I want to pull some. She told me to stuff it tightly in the pattern, and I did, but I feel like because I stuffed it tightly, I have distorted some of the stitches, and therefore it makes it easier for the stuffing to come out. So anyway, this is the front. So body and belly, and if Dirk were standing on my shoulders, probably the size of my head right now ish, if you're getting a an idea of how big it is. I am so excited. I would love to do some arms today, or I would love to do the head and the hood today. Now that I finished this sweater, I should be focusing on my Christmas sweater. I point back here, but it's actually downstairs now. I have 1 sweater, 1 shawl, and socks in the box downstairs, like, to do. And I left some yarn so that I could sew the head to the body. I'm absolutely in love with it. What I desperately want to do is possibly move up to a DK weight yarn, but still use a small hook, so I'm getting a really nice crochet. So yeah, no, he's so cute. He's got all this fun little pooling, and it doesn't bug me. It would bug me if it were my sweater, but it's a toy, and I love it. I love it. He's so cute. So I can't wait to show you Dirk. I would love to have him done next week. I would love to. Oh my word, he's so fun. So Dirk the Dragon is going to be my first, and then Lupo the Lamb will be my second. And then I also would love to own Vlad the Bat. I would love to own the berry modifications. I think I would like to make a rabbit. I'm pretty sure there's a Lena the Rabbit or something. Then I would like to do the seahorse, and the octopus, Oleg the octopus, and Sepp the seahorse. I can't get over how cute they all are. And the bear, probably too, because that's so cute. Maybe the raccoon. I don't know. I might own all of them at the end. Seriously, all of those patterns are going on my Christmas list. My mom's like, what do you want? I think we're gonna be like, can you buy me a few patterns? Because I really want to make these. They're just so cute. So hopefully Dirk will be more than this like vessel. Right now I could put 2 eyes down here and it could be like a teardrop with legs. Just really funny. But yay, Dirk the Dragon body. And I like the size for a child's toy. I really like the size. I would love it if it were a little bigger too. That would be fine. I don't know if I would want to do it smaller. I like the bigger. I like, you know, the 2-arm hug around one. Basically my whole week, I did these sleeves, and I did this, and I put 4 rows on Patrick's socks, so I'm not even gonna show you them. Yeah. Ugh, the bug moved. Anyway, so Dirk the Dragon is basically my entire week to show you. I'm so sorry. So I guess that moves us right into Mr. Postman.
Oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait, hey, 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 Mr. Postman. Oh yeah.
All right, so the first thing that came in the post is my bag swap from Shayna. Thank you. So I traded some yarn for bags, and the 2 that I chose were the Hogwarts 4 in this gorgeous like mustard color. Pretty that is. And then the inside is gray. And then this one, I just couldn't resist. A little pumpkin spice latte to have all year round, but so sweet. So I really, really like that. And I haven't used this one yet. Again, gray on the inside, which is totally fine. Nice little box bottom bag. This is Fate's Thread on Etsy. Etsy, Jesus. This is Fate's Thread on Etsy. And yeah, it's just, they're so cute. They're perfect for socks, smaller items, small crochet projects. You could still fit your wallet and thing in there. And then my favorite thing is kind of just boop, create a little yarn bowl like so. There's nothing sharp to snag your yarn, anything like that. But the little pumpkins were just so sweet. I couldn't resist. So right now, I believe she has these prints all in her shop available. So if you are interested, hurry on over. I do. I have what's left of my sweater in there. And some scissors and some threading material. And now I'm wondering where I should put this so that I don't lose it. Again, in the bag. Yeah. All right, it's gonna go over here for now. Ta-da! I don't think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna put these, like, actually, see if I can do it without breaking myself. Yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna take them like that on the plane, and hopefully they won't be a problem. They're under the amount of inches that you need to take scissors, and I really don't think I'll really need them, but you know, knitters. And then she also sent this really sweet package of charms over. Look, it's my M on a Scrabble tile. Oh my word. And sonic screwdriver, because clearly she knows me. And a little TARDIS. Oh my gosh. I love that little TARDIS, because the TARDIS I have from Kay, who gave it to me for my birthday last year. Thank you, Kay. The TARDIS I have from her, it was like a little bit bigger, and I have it on the Cozy Memories because it was just getting too heavy to put on like something like socks. So this is perfect for some socks, and I'm thinking maybe I will put it on my mom's Doctor Who socks as I work on them with the Scrabble tile. Guys, the Scrabble tile. And actually, what's really funny is it says M3, okay? Before I got married, I was Meg Marie Myers, so that that's hysterical. Thank you. I love them, and I also love that it comes on a little chain. Like, this is probably my favorite thing to do, is to hold things like this. It's an odd thing to like, but you know, whatever. I did a thing over the weekend. I'm not sure if it's a good thing, but I did a thing. Ready? Okay. I did a thing. Okay, so I went to Joann's and I picked up fabric to make a little easy slip-on dragon costume for tea, and I picked up some, bugger, it's gonna escape me, a cape material for me to attach to the back of my dress. And so I was like, well, like this was like 30 bucks on Amazon, so that's gotta say something about it, I guess. But so far it's actually been really adorable. All I did is the person already threaded bobbins and put them inside here for me. So when I opened it, there was a tiny piece of material already underneath the thing, and you could just like slide it through to kind of practice. So I did that, and then I practiced turning it, put the foot back down and slid it through again. But then I ran out of, like I was done with the material, and I haven't figured out, I have to watch the video again. I got it through that one, but I missed the one over here, and then I threaded it through the needle, but I did it the opposite way, so I gotta undo that. So clearly, the next time I tried to push the pedal, nothing happened. So it's a learning curve, for sure. I think it'll be great for small, tiny things, like just running lines. Maybe I'll make a skirt one day, like I've wanted to for a while. Maybe like a square skirt where you just kind of like run a line all, of a hem all the way over, and then just put some elastic through and slip it on your body type of thing. So yeah, mini sewing machine now exists in my house. I did confess to Pat that I did this, so it's not a secret. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, okay. So bad. So I did do that. I did do that thing. And then also in my box of the week, I ordered quite a bit of City Tweed DK from Knit Picks. It looks like this. And it looks like that. So it's got all these like little nips in it. Now this one is hand wash and dry flat. So the toys that I'm thinking of making with this would be personal. They'd be for in-house. I'm not going to be giving someone who does not understand yarn a toy that is hand wash. And then I could always felt it on purpose if I wanted. Now, yeah, okay. I got these in. I got quite a few balls of this. I got a like a cream, a tan, a brown, an olive, bright green, dark green, dill, all those colors. And I got blue blood, which is like a currant color. And then these two are the Knit Picks Stroll Tweed in Barn Door Heather and Prussia Heather. So I'll talk about these in a minute because I just want to cover a few things first. So that basically wraps up Mr. Postman. That's everything that kind of came in. And that brings us to Bad Wolf Girl Studios. Corpse Bride is listed for you. The Coraline kits are going to go up on the, I want to say the 16th is going to be the day. I think that's a Monday. I thought about putting them out on the 20-something, but then, why make you wait so long? I did get the kits out pretty much in 24 hours because they were already packed and already wrapped and already, ready to go. All I had to do was print labels. So not too bad. Sorry, I'm still distracted by that giant bug. It is now in the corner of the house. Oh gosh, I hate bugs. 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 Okay, all right, getting over the bug. And so yes, that will be ready for you. I am going downstairs to dye some yarn now, so any orders that have come in within the last 6 days or so will be the ones that I'm filling. And yeah, so going right along. Oh, sorry, I have like weird light on me now. Let's see if I can turn it at all. All right, well, that's just gonna be that. This is what I get for podcasting at like 1 instead of like 8 in the morning. But I was prepping for my uke time. That took a while. It took a really long time to learn a different language for this one. So yes, the shop will be going on vacation as of Monday. Yeah, as of Monday, I'm gonna take a vacation for our anniversary. So that will be Monday to Monday, just 7 days. So shouldn't really disrupt anybody, but I will feel better not worrying about trying to fill orders when I'm not home, such as being down the shore. So that will bring us right into Babbel. And with Babbel comes just a little bit. I am going down the shore, and by the shore I mean South Carolina, with my family. They're already on their way down there now. They're gonna stay the week, and then we come down next weekend, and then we leave on Monday. So I'll fly in Monday, and I'll release the shop of its vacation mode. Yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm really excited. It'll be nice to just have a little beach time. I think it's going to be in between like 60 and 80, like 60 at night and during the mornings, and then 80 is during the day, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to bring my 2 sweaters that I made, both of them my pavement sweater. I'm gonna bring 2 pavement sweaters, and yeah, just pack a few, like, I don't know, maybe some yoga pants, definitely a pair of running clothes, sneakers, etc. And then yarn. Duh, gone on vacation, need vacation socks. I already have my mom drive down my Halloween socks from 1 week, 2 weeks ago. So those are going down, and Patrick's socks, if I don't finish them this week, will have to go down. And then I figured maybe the fancy feet socks, because they're almost done. And at that point, I mean, like, I only have Friday to Monday. It's not like, you know, I have like an insane amount of time, like 10 days to knit. It's only a couple of days. So a pair of socks, 2 pairs of socks that are not finished. I could probably finish a pair and get another pair close to finishing in that time, if I just have the time to knit, which I hope I will. So yes, speaking of knitting, going back to these 2, so I think what you're looking at is our Weasley sweaters. I think I'm gonna do a real Weasley sweater, and I think I'm gonna make it similar to this, but incorporate some items that I was writing in on the pattern that I was developing. You remember the sweater? I'm still working on the Cara sweater. I think I might I might make a modification to the Cara sweater so that it's completely plain with just ribbing on the ends, no cables, no eyelets, and then like suggest, if making a Weasley sweater, to duplicate stitch said letter on the front. So this is the color. I think this is it. I think I've settled. I was in between the City DK or this, but I feel like the DK would just be too hot, because like already, like, I'm in a fingering weight sweater right now, and I am quite warm enough, trust me. I just don't feel like I'm gonna want to wear a DK weight sweater, especially since we spend a lot of the time with my family, and my family does not turn the heat on as much, so it's a little chilly, or sorry, his family doesn't turn the heat on as much, so it's a little chilly in there. And then my family, my grandmom's always cold, so it's always hot during the holidays. So I think this is it, a tweed sweater, and I feel like I'm finally up to it, but I must finish my vintage sweater before I'm allowed to cast on, because I almost cast on last night. I almost started like the neckband. Just no, this poor gorgeous green sweater needs my love, and Hannah's kicking my butt because she is like almost done hers, and I am like still stuck in like this spot on mine. I haven't even separated for the sleeves yet. If I could just, you know what, that should come down with me. The Halloween socks are already down there. Pat's socks need to get finished this week. Now that I don't have this sweater, I'm going to be working on Dirk and Pat socks, but I really should put Dirk aside and do Pat socks. I need to finish Pat socks. Pat doesn't even want socks, and I'm determined to finish these darn socks. I don't know, I'm weird. So yes, so then Pat is a Ravenclaw. I'm a Gryffindor, so I went with the red. Pat's a Ravenclaw, so he was feeling the blue with gold or blue with silver for his letter, and I think this is the one I'm going to use. Now, it would be easier to use the DK because it would be thicker. I would be able to use US 8s instead of US 6 and all of this, but this would be lighter, and I feel like he might like it more, like a real light sweater, that he would appreciate something this light. So this is the blue, Ravenclaw blue for me. I think it's Prussian Heather is the proper term. But how pretty is that? So I think these are Weasley sweaters. His cardigan, I've debated putting it in the round and steeking it. I have to watch a few more videos on steeking to see if that would be worth it. I would probably cast on a few stitches in the middle so that it does that fold thing. I just have to find out like how people do this. Like, this would be on the button band. Do you know what I mean? This isn't like pick up stitches and knit the button band afterwards. I'm already doing it. So I don't want to mess it up. And I am not that close. I am kind of like, I'm under the arm, but I'm not that close to being finished that this wouldn't make sense. So if you could give me some suggestions, if you think that this would work, if I could add maybe 5 more stitches on the, like, cast on 5 stitches and start things in the round, continuing with the purling, knit 1 row, purl 1 row pattern so that I have the garter stitch, I would be super appreciative if you could throw out some suggestions with that. So that is about that. I thought about doing them in the City DK, and I'm gonna give him a choice tonight which one he wants. This is machine wash, which I'm not really sure I'd ever machine wash it, but this is machine wash and this is not. So I will let him know, but I really think that maroon would look really pretty for a Christmas sweater. It is, it's like a burgundy maroon color. It's really pretty. Yeah. I'm like looking at it against my skin. I think it would look really cool. So yes. All right. There's a chill in the air. I'm gonna get to start wearing my sweaters, which I guess is the motivation to finish all of them. Also, I have what, 1 week? Oh yeah, 1 week to fly out. Covered packing, covered wishnets. So that brings me into kind of what Pat and I have been doing. We've been hanging out and watching Dark Matter, which is a show on Netflix, and I'm not sure how long it's been out. There are 3 seasons, and we are on season 3, and it's a story about these mercenaries, basically, who have been hired to do a job. They go into stasis, and someone has wiped their memories. So they have no idea who has done it, and they have no idea, like, if it's someone in the crew, if it was someone else, if there was like something wrong with the computer. So it's a crew of 6 and an android are the main characters, and then this obviously, like, things happen to characters and characters move on and that kind of stuff. So we still have a few characters that are still with us, and one of them is this guy 3, because he was the 3rd one to wake up, so they went with numbers to start before they learn their names, so they still go with that, so 3. And he is kind of like, if you ever watched Firefly, he's kind of like Jane in Firefly, so he's like that kind of character. I'm sorry, these bugs there's 2 of them now, and I just can't. So he's kind of like Jane. And this most recent episode, it's not going to give much away. It's season 3, episode 5. He gets caught in a time loop, and I missed the beginning of the episode, so I walk out maybe 5-10 minutes into the episode, and he's like woken up for the third time in the same day, kind of like Groundhog Day, and he's just like trying to figure out how to get out and like trying to convince people that he's in this, and none of them can feel it, so they don't know. And so he decides that he's going to try and convince the android, the computer android. She is played by a real person, but like she does such a good job of just yeah, so she's an excellent android. She's absolutely hysterical. I love this actress. I think her name is Zoe. And she's just fantastic. So I'm gonna link to this scene. Again, I don't think it will ruin anything about the show for you. It's just a really, really funny scene. And I got this song from watching it last night. It's a really slow start. It's kind of like a drama sci-fi, and I'm more of like a Doctor Who sci-fi person. I like more action. And there is action, but then there's some really like, I don't know, drama bits where they just like talk. The point is, they cut to the scene where they're both singing in French. And like, it's just such an odd, absurd type of scene, and it's hysterical for anyone who knows it or watches it. And I was like, that song's adorable. I need to know it now. And I told Pat to look it up for me, and he didn't. So I did it this morning, and I found out that it was from The Singing Nun, which is Dominique. And it does come in English, but I thought it sounded so much prettier in French. And again, I don't speak French. I am going to try my best. Please don't hate me. But it's so pretty. It's so fun. And the scene, since we are watching an English version, is done in French. In the French version, I read that it was dubbed over in another language, because clearly if they started singing in French, that wouldn't be any different than the rest of the show, because the whole show is in French. So this is a really long tangent to go into uke time. So I'll cut here if you're not interested or curious enough to hang around for the next 2 minutes. And I will see you next week. Remember to take it one cup at a time, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Dominique, sans la lettre, tout simplement, retiens pour vers chantant. On te chemin, on te loue, il n'est pas le goût, mon Dieu, il n'est pas le goût, mon Dieu. Dominique, sans la lettre, tout simplement, retiens pour vers chantant. On te chemin, on te loue, il n'est pas le goût, mon Dieu, il n'est pas le goût, mon Dieu. Dominique, sans la lettre, tout simplement, retiens pour vers chantant. On te chemin, on te loue, il n'est pas le goût, mon Dieu, il n'est pas le goût, mon Dieu. Il n'est pas le goût, mon Dieu. Il n'est pas le goût, mon Dieu. And there it is. It only took 15 takes, and there might be more. I actually deleted a few on the way out. I decided to try to play in our guest bathroom. The acoustics sounded like they were going to be a little bit better. The lighting is horrendous, but I am sure you'll forgive me for that. And I hope you'll forgive me for my quickly learned French. I started this at about 9 this morning, and yeah, I don't know, I've had a blast learning it, playing it, reading a little bit about it. If you have any other songs that you think I might be able to pick up on kind of quickly, things that are 3-4 chords, repetitive, might have a chorus that's catchy, in this or another language, you can leave it down in the comments below or message it to me through a video or anything like that. I'd be curious to hear what you'd like me to play. Once again, reminding you that I am a beginner and do the best I can, but I hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun learning it, and all right, I'll see you next week. Bye! I think, sorry, I can't blame it. Okay, get the kinks out, get the everything out. Just stop fussing with it, it's distracting. Oh my gosh. Bit balls, I'm gonna go get it. Oh god, it fell. Where did it go? The first. Are there two? Oh my word, this isn't gonna do. I'm calling maintenance.